Okay, so some seasons upon us, and the evening racing tends to be a little bit different. So it can be a little bit tricky if you're coming from used to trading sort of daytime winter markets and going into evening races. What I will say about evening races is they tend to trend a little bit more. Now I'm looking at this, and there's pressure coming down on the favourite, pressure coming down on the third. It's just a case of trying to get in at the right place for a lay position on second favourite, Madame Butterfly, if you look at the top there. So, bearing in mind it's even racing, they do move that little bit more. The markets do move that little bit more, and they seem to trend a lot smoother, which is actually it suits me when I'm going for a longer position. It suits me, although you don't want to be too rash and dive in too early and take a position too quick. So at this point in time, it looks like one of them points of the market's just reverting back on itself a little bit, and I'm actually looking for a point to get in there. Now that large stake of 3.35, arguably could have been someone else trying to open the position as well. So you can see I've laid out, I've backed a few positions at the top there, potentially where I think that's going. To be honest, I just want to make sure we get on right at the bottom if possible, because there's no point giving away profit. And all these little ticks add up for over the day. Now the favourite still seems fairly strongly supported. There's a lot of lay money on the favourite there on the lay side, and I don't consider that to be that genuine, to be honest. Looking at how that's popped down there, so open up our position on Madame Butterfly. Whole time I'm bearing in mind the third and fourth. Now obviously the fourth's gone a little bit of a drift, and I was testing that before and lost £6 on that, and it's not a big deal, but yeah, that's kind of how I come to this conclusion here. Now, you'll notice as well, it's 3 minutes to post, so this is the point where there's less faffing in the market, and it's there's genuine money flowing into the market, obviously. So I've opened my position there. I'm a little bit dubious about it now. Arguably, when I was talking about that 335 earlier on, I should have got on then. But getting on too early in these evening markets can leave you in a bit of a tricky position, because they can change ever so quickly once the real money starts to filter in. Now I'm building this opinion right now, and I'm just thinking the real money is definitely filtering into this market now. It hasn't gone against me, which is obviously a good thing, but I'm still a bit dubious. What happens on the third favourite is quite interesting, and again you can just see on the lay side there, that's £6. I don't really believe that. I actually think that favourite is fairly well supported, so we'll top up on our lay stakes on Madame Butterfly, and instantly it's pinged out a little bit there, which is always good. If we can filter out a little bit, that'd be great. Obviously pushing our green zone further away from where we entered, and we're on to our winner. And now I'm thinking, right, can we get through 4? That's it, yeah. So we'll put a back stake up there at 4.1. Obviously tick ratio changes there. And the whole time really I'm just watching the third and the first right now, and I'm seeing positive signals because the third is coming in, as is the first. The first is well supported in this race. I don't want to see that revert back in the opposite direction. Again, that £6 popped up. Someone trying to manipulate the favourite there, or probably doing quite well at it, because the people on the favourite that manipulate usually tend to know what they're doing. Trouble is seeing when it's genuine manipulation money and when it's not. Anyway, that's a different topic. So, looking at the market now, I'm fairly happy with my position. I've kind of made good of it. I filtered a bit out and it's bounced up. I still think it could go adrift here. Now, got a minute to post time. They're sort of gathering up at the stall, so we have to think about where we're going to get out here. But just dragging that stake up there. £200 left to get out. Come on, see if we can get this 4.1. Nice to see bit of support there on the third. So obviously that was genuine money coming on the third when we see the market sort of building tension there. So I'm sort of, to be honest, this hasn't gone a wild drift, and I thought it may have gone further. But there is a trend here, and you look at the graph at the bottom, the Betfair graph. It's undeniable there is a trend. I mean, it started at 2.5, and we're now out nearly at 4, and there's no time to mess around here. Just highlighting that on the clock, but if there was a little bit longer to post, I think we could probably get out above 4. I don't think that's really going to happen in this case. He says, take SP, they're all going in. And that's that really. So trending race in the evening.